You're watching Delmarva Life. Remember, honor, teach. This mobile education exhibit is just one of the ways Wreaths Across America does just that. And this invaluable resource was parked at 2 different Purdue locations today as part of its national tour.
The mobile education exhibit I call the largest tool in our toolbox, literally. She's 60 feet long. We take her out on the road to come into communities to teach people about Wreaths Across America.
Wreaths Across America is an organization that has 3 very simple mission statements. We remember those that have served, we honor the fallen, and we teach our future generations the value of their freedoms and how they got them.
The 3rd Saturday in December normally, this year it's Saturday, December the 16th, all across the United States, about 4,000 locations, about 2.5 million volunteers will get together on the same day, at the same time, and honor their hometown heroes and place a wreath and remember all the veterans. You know, by placing a wreath, it's not just placing that wreath. We place that wreath and we say, thank you, Mr. Jones, for your service. We appreciate you and we'll never forget. Our founder has a saying that a person dies twice. Once when they take their last breath, the second time when no one remembers them anymore. We're always going to remember them. We're always going to honor them.
I've been to Arlington 13 years, I think.
Was it an emotional experience as well for you?
Well, you know, the second year when I went to Maine, I traveled down with the convoy, and that was the year. They had one of the Gold Star moms ride in the truck with me, and she spent the whole week with me riding in the truck. We basically told each other's life stories, and she told me all about her son that was killed in Iraq.
Our mission is to go out into the communities like yours and thank our trucking partners for you so very much for all you do for us. Because without our truckers, we're toast, we're lost. Those truckers carry those honors, those loads of honors for us that bring the wreaths to every cemetery.
Purdue is one of our big trucking sponsors. Thanks to Purdue, they carry so many loads of honor, that's what we call wreaths being shipped, loads of honor, into this area and other areas. And they're a great corporate partner with us. Without our corporate sponsors and our trucking partners, we'd be toast. Our wreaths wouldn't go anywhere. And they volunteer that truck, that driver, that gas for that vehicle. You know, so it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort for everybody to come together.
All the people just come from everywhere to unload the trucks, and it's a really nice transformation to see the whole cemetery just go from no wreaths to every grave with wreaths, and it doesn't take long.
We call it moving the mission because literally Purdue does move our mission.
Last year we were able to place 2.7 million wreaths in over 3,700 locations by 6,000 groups. They were 2 million volunteers, 1 million of which were children, which is very important to teach the children and bring them along. Inside we have a little education exhibit. We have a theater that seats 22 that runs about a 7-minute movie that teaches you about Wreaths Across America, about Gold Star families, and about the meaning of the wreath. Each bough of the wreath, there are 10 of them, have a certain quality of a veteran, and that's something you learn inside.
Wreaths Across America reached out to us and said, hey, do you want to do this event? We didn't have to think twice because we knew what it meant.
For myself, when I hear the national anthem, it brings tears to my eyes and I get goosebumps naturally because I think about the people that I know that have lost their lives. I'm grateful that I was able to spend the time in the military. I learned a lot. I made a lot of connections in the military, but I learned a lot about camaraderie, teamwork, compassion, and it actually has helped me in my life today.
With that perspective, with you having been in the Army, your family's in the Army, what does something like this mean to you?
It means it's very touching that people still want to encourage people to remember, honor, and teach. It's encouraging to me that people are still doing that. And that they're taking this all over the country is amazing to me, that it's available. It's available at a lot of places. It's not costing anybody a dime to walk through.
We are an official partner with the 50th Vietnam War commemoration that was signed by a presidential proclamation. Their goal is to welcome home because they know 50 years ago they did not get welcome home properly. So now we want to make that right.
Our nation's blood and treasure from a generation ago deserves the nation's thanks and gratitude, something you did not receive when you got home from Vietnam. Welcome home.
We welcome home our Vietnam veterans. We thank them for their service. We have an official proclamation that's signed by the President. They get a pin that is actually from the DOD that if they were still in uniform, they could wear on their uniform. And then we coin them with a special coin that was from our founder, Morrill. And on the back side of that coin is the Vietnam wall. So they'll always have their brothers and sisters with them to remember.
You know, the veteran community is alive with Wreaths Across America, and that's what's good to see. It's good to see, you know, some of the older guys that I know, there's a few Vietnam veterans still around, and it's, you know, they like this type of thing, and it's good to see it still alive.
I hope that they take home a memory that they'll never forget, and they'll share that memory with someone else, and that's how we'll get more and more people to remember, by sharing those memories.
We hope that people will now understand, once they've been inside and seen the exhibit, about the veterans and what they all have given us and their sacrifices, and not just their sacrifices, but their families' sacrifices, because the whole family serves when a soldier serves. And we hope that they come away with an appreciation of this great country we're in, and patriotism. We're hoping, you know, our founder's a very patriotic gentleman, and we're just trying to spread that patriotism throughout the United States.
And the mobile education exhibit will be at the Wicomico County Fair all day tomorrow, and then it's got more stops across the peninsula next week. And from all of us at Delmarva Life, we want to say thank you to our veterans.